Hey there, Morbid Maniacs! It's time for another spooky video. And for tonight's spooky video, I'm going to be telling you guys a story known as Peephole. What is it with my channel and holes? Like, I just noticed that. I did not notice that when I was doing research, why I chose stories that had to do with a hole. So there was a 15-year-old girl named Donna who lived with her father in the suburbs. Ever since her mother had passed away, Donna depended on her father for everything. The two had a wonderful relationship and did just about everything together. One morning, Donna's father was leaving for a business trip, and as they were eating breakfast that morning, he had told her that he was going to be home late that night. And with that, he kissed her on the forehead, grabbed his briefcase. Okay. And with that, he kissed her on the forehead, grabbed his briefcase, and walked out the front door. Later that day, Donna had just came home from school, did her homework, and decided to watch a little bit of TV. Midnight, her father still had not returned home, so she decided she was going to go to bed. That night, she had a dream. She found herself standing at the edge of a busy highway. Cars and trucks whizzed by her at an alarming rate. She looked across the highway and saw a familiar face staring back at her. It was her father. His hands were cupped around his mouth and he was shouting something to her, but she couldn't quite make out what it was that he was saying. As the traffic whizzed by, she tried her best to understand what her father was trying to tell her. Her father's eyes were very sad. He seemed to be desperately trying to communicate with her. She could barely make out the words. Don't open door. Suddenly, Donna was awoken from the dream by a strange tapping noise.
Tap, tap, tap.
Then somebody began to ring the doorbell downstairs.
Ring, ring, ring.
She hurried up, scrambled out of bed, put on her slippers, and then just in her nightgown, she ran downstairs to answer the door. Looking through the peephole, she saw her father's face outside. He was staring right at her. The doorbell kept ringing insistently.
Okay, hold on, I'm coming,
She shouted. She pulled back the deadbolt and was about to open the door when she stopped. She looked through the peephole at her father again. Something about his expression just seemed off. Eyes were wide open. He looked terrified. She slid the deadbolt back into place.
Dad,
She yelled through the door.
did you forget your keys? Ring, ring, ring. Dad, answer me. Ring, ring, ring. Dad, please, I need you to answer me. Ring, ring, ring. Is there someone else out there with you? Ring, ring, ring. Why won't you answer me? Ring, ring, ring. I'm not opening the door until you say something.
The doorbell kept ringing and ringing. But for some reason, her father refused to answer her helpless cries. So for the rest of the night, this poor girl stayed in the corner of the hallway and just listened to the sound of this doorbell ringing over and over again. It seemed to go on for hours. Eventually she fell into an uneasy sleep, At dawn, she woke up and she realized that everything was now quiet. She crept over to the door and looked through the peephole once again. Her father was still standing there staring at her. She cautiously opened the door and was met with an unimaginable horror. Her father's severed head was swinging from a nail above the door. There was a note attached to the doorbell, which read, "Clever girl." There was the story of the peephole. What do you guys think of this creepy story? Sometimes I enjoy reading these creepy stories to you. Other times I like to talk about real, legit, like haunted places and just strange, morbid things. But let me know what you guys think of this creepy story. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already and become Morbid Maniac. And if you were not aware already, which I'm pretty sure that if you're watching this video and you are subscribed, then you are. I now have an OnlyFans account where I will be posting all of my sexier content. So if you are interested in that, the link is always in the description box below, so you can go check that out. And I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video.